Hi, it's Jerry M. For Jerry's Journey. It is January 6th, 2013. I started this process back on Tuesday, January 2nd, 2013, and the process, or what I'm trying to do here, Jerry's Journey, is trying to get healthier. And hopefully by getting healthier, I'm going to lose some weight. As I told you when I first checked in my intro video, I weighed in that day at 263.8. 4 days into it here. Sunday again, it's the 6th. I am currently, as of this morning, 260.2, so that's a loss of 3.6 pounds. I think it's a good start. And what I'm doing is, what I'm eliminating is the sugar, white flour, and alcohol. Those are simply the three things that I pretty much cut out, or I have cut out completely. Haven't touched any of it. Not really missing it too much. Feeling pretty good actually. So those three items is what I'm working on right now. Eventually down the road, I plan to take up some exercise, but I don't want to go ahead and overwhelm myself with too many things taking over. So I want to just stick with the three things, or the three ingredients, three foods that I am knocking out, and that's sugar, white flour, and alcohol. So far so good. You know what kind of like got me going on this? There was a video I watched, a documentary on Netflix last summer. The name of it was Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, about a gentleman who was pretty much in the same state I was, overweight, kind of getting up there in age, and he decided to do juicing. I don't remember why he decided to do juicing, but he juiced for, fruit and vegetable juice. I think it was for 60 days. He got another guy who he met along during the documentary, a very heavy-set guy who also got involved in juicing. It's a pretty good documentary, so that's Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. Highly recommend it. Another video I watched I'm big into documentaries, by the way. The other video I watched was Forks Over Knives. I don't know why, I just happened to watch it one day, and it was pretty interesting. Talked about a plant-based diet, which had never even... plant-based diet. Oof. But I'll tell you what, I just watched it again this week, and it makes a lot of sense. There's also there's a second one. It's not a second one, but it's add-on to the Forks Over Knives. It's Forks Over Knives, the extended interviews of the doctors that they had in this documentary, and they just go over stuff that they didn't put in the original documentary. And I'll tell you what, as I say, I would never have thought that I would be interested in a plant-based diet, but from what they've showed me and what I've seen in it and what I've investigated and looked online, it's pretty interesting stuff. For example, tonight we had for dinner, which I've never had before at home, is rice and beans and a salad, and I'll tell you what, it filled me up, and it's totally healthy. So pretty excited about that. Will I go to fully plant-based? I don't know, but it's definitely an option. So recommend that one. That's called Forks Over Knives. The last one I watched recently, which really kind of struck me, or really made me open up my eyes on the processed food part of our living here in this country, it's called Hungry for Change. Hungry for Change, you can see this on Netflix. It talks about the foods that we're eating nowadays and how processed they are and how they're processed, and what's behind them being processed from the standpoint of the manufacturer. There are manufacturers out there that want you to come back and buy more, and they manipulate the food to do that. Now, it's kind of sounded like it's a conspiracy theory, but it made a lot of sense. So you might want to take a look at that. So those are the three films that I looked at recently that kind of got me motivated again. The first one was Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, which started me thinking. And then Forks Over Knives. Again, I watched that twice. And the final one was Hungry for Change. So I highly recommend that. Those three films, if you're interested in looking at them and trying to get an idea where I'm coming from, that's a really three documentaries that are pretty powerful. So I guess that's going to do it for me. Again, this is my first check-in. It's only 4 days into it. I'm down 3.6 pounds. Pretty excited about it. I haven't really knocked myself out, just avoiding those three ingredients. So we're going to see how it goes. Until next week then. I'll check in back next Sunday. And until then, it's Jerry M.